It's fake, it's self-serving, and I don't like it. It's Working Crass Podcast. And today we're outside. This is Lauren.
Hello. Hello.
Oh, boy. And I'm Joshua. Hello. And
that was a in Pirates of the Caribbean when they're like, hello, puppet.
Oh. See, mine was a British person with Down syndrome.
Same thing.
Today we are outdoors if you're watching the video.
Yeah,
so
we're outdoors because it's our air conditioning is kind of out in our apartment right now, and it's hot as a ball sack.
It's too damn hot. It's
too hot.
Damn hot.
Too hot in the hot tub.
Too hot in the hot tub. So we want to do something real special for the next couple episodes here. We're just going to do a deep dive of one topic and see how it goes. Yeah. If it sucks ass,
it sucks ass.
It sucks ass. And thanks for listening.
And some people like when you suck ass. So
hey, if you like to get your ass sucked, you're going to love this podcast.
Yeah, we're doing two deep dives. We're going double deep.
We're going double deep. Well, we're doing one deep dive per episode.
Yeah.
For all the audience knows, we recorded this on 2 separate days.
Yeah.
And we just wore the same clothes, sat on the same balcony, and
sorry to reveal the movie magic.
Oh boy, a peek behind the curtain. So if you hear outside Chicago sounds, that's what's going on in the background. But before we get to anything, I have to talk about we're in trouble.
Oh yeah.
We're in trouble.
We've been naughty.
If you listen to Working Crass, if you listen to Working Class, you're listening to the wrong podcast because ours is called Working Crass.
Ours has an R in the name, not an L.
Yes. Now, we have a TikTok.
We do have a TikTok.
It's at Working Crass Pod. We also have an Instagram. Go follow us there at Working Crass Pod. Mm-hmm. Anyway, every single time we do an episode, we post a clip. And unfortunately, one of our older clips here from our episode, Brian Stelter likes tiny poo-poos or something like that. That's the name of the episode. Something like that. Anyway, they removed our video. And we were told that it was because it violates the community guidelines, and specifically that it is harassment and bullying.
So you heard it here first. We are bullies.
We're bullies.
We're bullies.
We're bullies.
So
I didn't know. I thought that this was I always thought that we just kind of made fun of everyone equally, and we always give everyone a fair shot. We don't pick out specific people unless they're like celebrities or whatever to make fun of. But I guess I'm still a bully. I try not to be. I was bullied all the time in high school and middle school, and I never wanted to be a bully. But oh well, guess I am.
So if you mess with us, we're going to totally dunk your head in the toilet, you stupid son of a bitch.
That's correct. If you come after us again, I swear we will take you up here to our balcony and toss you off the edge.
We will give you
over the edge.
We will give you a wedgie that's shoved so far up your butt crack, you're going to have to get it surgically removed.
I'm going to slip a finger in when I give you that wedgie.
I'm going to give you triple noogie.
Oh, I'm still gonna slip a finger in your ass while she does that. Everything she does, I'm gonna put a finger in your ass. But no, so we were we violated community guidelines, and
we pulled some no-nos on TikTok.
We did some no-nos, which is crazy because if you go to one of our favorite accounts, Libs of TikTok, just look at the kind of things that are allowed.
I just want to say, you can go on TikTok and literally say, kill all men.
Yeah.
Kill all TERFs.
Yeah.
Republicans are the scum of the earth.
Mm-hmm.
And
only 2 of those things are true. But
you can do those things, and that's not considered bullying.
Mm-hmm.
But the minute that you have an opinion that is not in alignment with whatever is the popular narrative of the day.
We're making it sound like what we did was really terrible. Let's really dig into exactly what we said here. We said that we were talking about doctors, and doctors in the United Kingdom were asking men whether or not they are pregnant, which, by the way, that was the story that came from Dawn of Comics. So thanks a lot, Dawn of Comics.
Yeah, thanks a lot, Dawn of Comics.
Getting us in trouble.
You got a swirly coming.
Yeah, you're going to go over that balcony. I'm going to slip my finger in your butt.
Get ready for a wet willy.
But, no, so, and at the beginning of the short little clip, it's just a clip. I say, doctors are asking men if they're pregnant, and Lauren says, yeah, like that's not a total waste of time. And then we start talking about if we would eat one another's placenta if we were pregnant. And that's it.
And I stand by everything that we just said.
I know.
I stand by it all.
I know.
It is a waste of time.
Were we bullying each other? Is that what was wrong?
I really felt bullied during that episode. It was me. I reported us.
Well, make up your mind for yourself. I'm going to put the clip in the podcast right here and go. NHS trusts ask men if they are pregnant before having scans.
Because that's not a waste of time.
If I got pregnant, would you take care of me?
If you got pregnant?
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, I'd take care of you.
Well, that's nice.
But I would take care of you regardless of what it is.
I would not take care of you while you were pregnant. You got to go somewhere else.
Out on the streets for you.
Would you eat my placenta?
No.
I don't know. There might be some people out there like, I can't wait to get a taste of that. Delicious placenta, yes.
Well, yeah, I'm sure there's perverts who are like into it for other reasons.
Those are the doctors?
Yeah.
Being a doctor is great. I make millions of dollars. I live in a fancy home, and I get to eat all the placenta I want. Yes. It's an all-you-can-eat buffet of placenta, if you know what I mean. Yes. Medical school was hard, but it was worth it. Yes. And that was the clip.
That was the clip.
That's what we did.
So you tell us.
Are you offended?
Are you offended? Are we bullies?
Are we bullies? Are we harassing? Who are we harassing? You know, this is the one thing. TikTok, if you guys don't make things at all or use TikTok or get banned, if you're not cool and you don't get your things taken down, other like YouTube allows you to kind of like push back and state your claim and like kind of write, what it is or, why you oppose
Look, we didn't say men shouldn't get pregnant. We just said doctors shouldn't ask them if they are. I don't see what's so wrong about that.
I agree. But TikTok doesn't allow you to give a reason why you would like to push back on your violation. They just have a button that says I don't agree or whatever. You push it and
it's a button that says you are bad no people.
I agree that I'm a bad no man and I should be punished. Boop. And then they go, we've reviewed your request and we are still keeping your video down. So. Well, let us know if you thought that was offensive or not, or if you thought it was bullying and harassment. We personally don't think that, but hey, if it is, consider us bullies.
But if it is, we're totally gonna throw our milk cartons at you at lunch, dude.
We're gonna TP your house, bro.
I'm gonna fuck your mom.
All right. So I can't top that. So on to our deep dive. So today we want to talk to you about two people that I'll be upfront here. I don't really give a shit about these two people, but they're all over the news. There's something really interesting about all of this stuff that happened.
And we've talked a little bit about it already.
We have. If you're wondering, we're talking about Johnny Depp and Amber Heard. If you don't know what's going on with Johnny Depp and Amber Heard, this is the right podcast for you because we're going to try to go.
Because we don't either.
We have no fucking clue. I don't care about these people. But we're going to go from beginning to end, and try to kind of see what's going on. Now,
we are doing what is called a deep dive into the horse shit. We're gonna sift through this horse shit to find the pearl at the bottom.
There ain't gonna be no pearl. There's only corn in that horse shit. Well, great. So I have a lot of stuff pulled up here. We might go back and forth a little. But Lauren, just tell me what you know about this.
I know that, okay, so Amber Heard. had.
Amber Heard.
Okay,
Okay,
buckle up.
so I heard from my friend.
So I heard from my friend Cheryl, and she was like, "Girl, no, I heard that." Okay, Amber Heard wrote an article that was, basically a Me Too article against Johnny Depp.
Mm-hmm.
And then Johnny Depp was subsequently dropped from a bunch of his movies and stuff because people in Hollywood are like, "Oh, you got a Me Too article. We're not going to play around with this. Bye."
Mm-hmm.
And then things kind of, I think, escalated, and Johnny Depp decided he's going to do a sting operation and record Amber Heard, being crazy.
That's right.
And, recorded her losing her temper or something. And then now is... he put her on trial for defamation because he claims that the article that she wrote is, besmirching his good name, the good Depp name.
The good Depp name. He goes, "Excuse me, do you know who I am? I'm Willy fucking Wonka."
And during this trial, which I have not really kept up with, I do know that, as we talked about in a previous podcast, one of the highlights is that the jurors had to look at pictures of Amber Heard's doo-doo in Johnny Depp's bed. So
That's correct.
that
That's
happened.
correct.
And she tried to blame it on the dog, but we all know those dogs were pretty tiny and those doo-doos were pretty big. So that's what I know.
Yeah, so Amber Heard shit in a bed. Well, that's a great recap here. So I would say that going back here, I just saw this Vulture article here, and it does say Johnny Depp and Amber Heard's 23-month marriage. Has it really not been that long? Has it really been 23 months?
It feels like 23.
I'm assuming maybe they got divorced, I guess, then.
It feels like 23 years.
Oh, it does feel like 23 years.
I don't know how long they've been married. I don't keep up with any of that shit. I find it all to be a total waste of time and nonsense.
Well, let's fly through this. Let's fly through this here.
But I do think by the end of this, we should decide who's right and who's wrong. I think we should be judge and jury.
We should be judge and jury and decide who's telling the truth. I already kind of think I know what's going on, but
yeah, you know.
I think I know. I think I might know. So we're gonna start at the beginning. 2009. Okay.
Oh
this
man,
is when
2009. That was a good year.
That's what you had to say about 2000? Okay, great. Oh, man, 2009.
Oh, the memories of 2009.
It's like, I'm like, all right, this is a Vulture article. And you go, oh, Vulture. Let me tell you some of their other articles.
Vulture, what a great publication. I just do the most generic, just like, oh, man.
Oh, man.
Oh, man, those were the days. That was the thing.
What a publication. In 2009, Amber Heard and Johnny Depp met as co-stars on the set of the Rum Diary.
Is this a Pirate of the Caribbean movie?
Unfortunately, no, it's a Hunter S. Thompson novel that they turned into a movie here. So
I don't think I ever saw that.
No, yeah, nobody ever saw the Rum Diary. No, I've never heard of that in my life.
So nobody saw that. This is a movie that nobody saw, but
yes.
That's how they met.
So they met. Depp was still in a long-term partnership with Vanessa Paradis. The couple shared 2 kids, Lily Rose Depp and Jack Depp.
Oh man, I wonder how they feel about all this.
Oh, because they're kids from another mom?
Well, they're kids from another mom, but also they had...
shit in their daddy's bed?
Yeah.
You shit my daddy's bed. Well, they're 22 and 20 right now, so I guess you shit in my daddy's bed. Amber Heard is arrested in 2009, in the same year, for allegedly physically assaulting her partner, Taja Von Rey. However, the charges against Heard are dropped after Von Rey claims that cops misinterpreted the incident. So already off to a bad start, okay?
Already, I think Amber Heard is innocent.
She had... It's just here's the thing.
Look, if there's one thing I know about cops, it's that they misinterpret things all the time.
If there's one thing I know is that your name should never be Tasia Von Ree.
And look, that's why Amber Heard had to give her a good beating.
Change your fucking name. So that's 2009. Skip forward a few years. 2012. Depp and Heard are ambiguous about their relationship status for a few years after their initial meeting.
So hold on a minute. So
we got a long way to go here.
I know we got a long way to go, but this is a deep dive. So I feel like we can chit chat. We can go between the lines.
We only got 2 hours on the camera battery. Okay, let's just.
We'll get there. We'll get there.
Okay.
We'll get there. I'm just curious. So this Rum Diaries movie.
So, like, what was this Rum Diaries movie? Hunter S. Thompson. That sounds interesting.
No, so was she like a big?
This is starting a podcast with a Jew. Nobody ever started a podcast with a Jew. Oh my God.
Look,
I want to talk about my job. Oh, I love talking about my job. Let me tell you.
Did you say
about
jobs?
Well, I was reading about all kinds of jobs today.
No, I'm just curious. So was she like
Rum Diaries.
Tell me, what was the plot of the Rum Diaries?
Oh, no.
Go from start to finish.
Go ahead.
No, what was she like the co-star, or was she like a small part in the movie? Like,
I said they were co-stars, so
okay, so she had a big part in this movie.
I guess, yeah.
Okay.
They just met on that set. I don't know.
I was just curious because if she was like if she had like a bit part and he was just.
She might have just had a bit part. I don't know. And he was the main. It just said they were co-stars. That's how you meet on a movie.
Okay.
Her role on this movie is important. Why?
I'm just curious.
And the Rum Diaries. And what's it about?
Rum Diaries. What did Roger Ebert rate the Rum Diaries? That should tell us a lot about this.
2 wieners down.
The Rum Diaries will make any man flaccid upon viewing.
In 2012, Amber Heard calls it quits with her partner. After 14 years together, Depp and Paradis, his then wife, decide to end things, which Depp then discusses in a Rolling Stone piece. He states that relationships are very difficult. He doesn't talk like that. Johnny Depp, he's very low. He talks a little lower.
He's not
like
British.
This. Johnny Depp's not British?
No.
No, he's British.
No, he's not British.
But he always talks in a British accent. Okay,
this is a poll for our viewers. Is Johnny Depp British? Yay or nay?
Relationships are very difficult. I can't even hear his voice in my head with it. Well, we're going to see a lot of videos of them. Okay. 2015, Depp and Heard get married in a private ceremony at their LA residence. After the first more understated nuptials, they wed again in a more extravagant setting on Depp's private island in the Bahamas. Oh, Johnny Depp has a private island. You know what? Score for Amber Heard, because that's a creepy thing to have. Private island, that usually means your fucking kid's on a private island.
I was just about to say the same thing.
This is an Epstein.
So far, 2 points. 2 points for Amber Heard.
For Amber Heard.
Johnny Depp, 0.
I have a feeling we're going to get to her pooping the bed, and we're like, that's a nice dump. 3 points. Okay. So they get married. That's great.
So they get married twice. They have 2 weddings. The understated one and the extravagant private island one.
Private island. Now, here's the important thing. 2016. So what was that? That was 2015. Only a year later. Mm-hmm. Heard reportedly arrives in court with a bruised face after filing for divorce from Johnny Depp. She claims that Depp caused the injury by throwing an iPhone at her. The judge grants her a temporary restraining order against Depp after she made a domestic abuse complaint on May 21st. However, LAPD spokesperson states that their investigation into to that claim bore no evidence of a crime. Heard also provides court filings that allege that Johnny Depp often assaulted her while under the influence of drugs and alcohol. He has a short fuse, she said. He's often paranoid, and his temper is extremely scary for me, as it has proven many times to be physically dangerous and or life-threatening to me. Doesn't look good for Johnny Depp here.
I don't know. I'm kind of thinking this is a point for Johnny Depp.
Do you just like when people do the wrong thing?
Well, I'm just saying, like, he threw an iPhone at you. It's not like he threw like a 20-pound dumbbell at your face.
If I threw my iPhone at you, you would go, "That hurts so bad."
Yeah, I probably
100%. And I go, "Oh, it's just an iPhone." Shut up.
You're right. I probably would. But again, I don't know. I'm kind of thinking, how do you know that he wasn't just trying to toss her the iPhone? Because she was like, "Hey, can you bring me my iPhone?"
He's like, "Hey, catch."
Yeah, how do you know?
She goes, "Pfft."
And she's like, "You hit me in the face."
Also, like a black eye, like bruises on her face. An iPhone's not just gonna, like, you'd have to take the iPhone and go, "Kloom, kloom, kloom, kloom." It's not just throwing it at your face; it's beating your face with an iPhone.
Look, as somebody who gets bruised very easily, I literally got a bruise on my knee from leaning on it with my elbow a little too hard.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe Amber
Your
Heard
elbows are sharp, though. Your elbows are like knives.
I do have knives for elbows. But maybe Amber Heard is just really, she has sensitive reactions. And
sensitive face.
Yeah, she gets bruised.
Her face bruises easily.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you can't help when you punch a face, when you punch a woman's face and it bruises easily.
Yeah.
It starts to have a bruise there, you know?
Yeah. So I'm saying, I don't know. It's 2 points Amber Heard.
Yeah.
1 point Johnny Depp.
Okay. Well, there you go. 2017, they finalized their divorce. Amber Heard keeps Pistol and Boo, who I'm assuming are their dogs. Because those are not... those aren't children's names for sure. And they have a non-disparagement clause. Okay, Johnny Depp retains possession of his island in the Bahamas, as well as his collection of motorcycles and cars. Oh, so she gets to keep the dogs.
And he's like, "Yeah, I'm just going to take my private island and my car collection."
I really hope that Pistol and Boo are their children and we keep calling them their dogs. A non-disparagement clause, which prevents Depp and Heard from speaking negatively about their marriage or ensuing divorce, is inserted into the settlement. That's interesting. So they can't talk shit about each other.
I'm going to say, point for Depp here. That takes balls to be like, yeah, you take the dogs. And I'm just going to be over here living it up on my private island, driving all my fancy cars and motorcycles.
Hell yeah. So already it's gone a little public here at this point that Johnny Depp might have hurt Amber Heard, right? She shows up in court with a bruised face. Now, 2018, Amber Heard writes the Washington Post op-ed that sets off the series of lawsuits and countersuits that persist still. So 2018 is when she writes the piece. Now, the piece didn't specifically talk about Johnny Depp, but it was very clear that it was about Johnny Depp. It was an opinion piece. Amber Heard says, "I spoke up against sexual violence and faced our culture's wrath."
Yeah, and this is kind of like height of Me Too.
Height of Me Too,
this is the height of Me Too. This is like when Me Too was, and Time's Up and all that stuff was like super popular, especially in Hollywood. I think that's the year like at the Oscars where they all like, we're all going to wear white.
2018 was Time's Up.
We're all going to wear white to stop sexual misconduct. We're going to wear white.
I thought they just wore Time's Up pens.
We're all going to wear Time's Up pins.
Yeah, they would never wear white. That's the whole thing is the Oscars are too white.
I'm sorry. We're all going to wear black. Whatever.
But so Amber Heard writes this piece right in the middle of the Me Too era.
Okay.
The consequences. I'm not really going to go through this piece very much, but her whole thing was like when I originally spoke up against sexual violence, people got mad at her, right, for talking shit about Johnny Depp. They didn't believe her and blah blah blah. So she says I faced our culture's wrath. But to be honest, probably a lot of people got mad at Johnny Depp, and she's just saying, it's like how people say like.
I mean, he got dropped from his movies.
Oh yeah. Oh, well, okay. So that's what I was going to say. After this article comes out, Disney fires him from Pirates of the Caribbean, and Warner Brothers fires him from Fantastic Beasts, the Harry Potter
I
sequels.
would also assume that probably the majority of people in Hollywood distanced themselves from him and were like,
yes,
we're never hanging out again.
but he was actively employed at those two companies, and they fired him at that point.
I think he got fired, and I think he got socially ostracized by all those,
Absolutely.
people who are so ready to jump the gun.
Absolutely. Cool.
So point for Amber Heard, because I don't know.
I don't know either.
I just felt like
I'd say point for Johnny Depp here. He got his shit taken away from him, and it's over. The stupid, like, just because an article comes out while Me Too is real hot doesn't make it true. Like, you still need to go through the process of the court, right?
I say point for Amber Heard for manipulating the system.
Oh my God, she's smart. She's a smart cookie. In 2020. Johnny Depp sues The Sun and its executive editor, Dan Wooten, over a 2018 article in which Depp is labeled a wife beater. So this is in response to all of that. I guess there was an article written calling him a wife beater. And the publication's use of the phrase substantially true. Ruling the publication's use of the phrase substantially true. So I'm assuming that's like what they said, that he was a wife beater, and it's substantially true. And
it's substantially true because Amber Heard said it was true, and therefore
during
it's
the Me
true.
Too. Yeah, because Amber Heard said it during the Me Too movement, therefore it is true.
Yeah, because if Me Too has taught us anything, it's you cannot question what a woman says, ever. They're all smart, they're all stunning, they're all brave, and they all know exactly what they're talking about at all times. And if you question it, you're the stupid fucking patriarchy, and you should die.
Oh,
right?
Yes.
That's I pretty much summed up what those movements are about.
Yes.
Correct?
Yes. I'm sorry, I misread this. The trial when he originally sued The Sun for calling him a wife beater, the trial ruled that the publication's use of wife beater was substantially true.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Well, I mean, I guess it's true.
Well,
If the court, he did go through the court process.
He went through the court process, and the court process said, no, we can't question a woman, so it's true.
Interesting. I mean, I don't know that. I wasn't there at the court hearing.
I was at the court hearing.
Oh, interesting. And did you finger any butts? Because that's what I've been doing there. But, and then giving wedgies because I'm a bully.
I was hanging out with Pistol and Boo.
The kids or the dogs?
Both.
Oh, man.
The dog kids.
Awesome. So now that pretty much brings us up to now. So, now they're in court. Johnny Depp is now suing her for defamation, right?
Yes.
Because, she is, pretty much lost him everything he has. And, she... Now, before, I will say this, and you and I watched this, and let me see real quick if I can find it, too.
But before we go on...
And this movie, the
Rum Diaries.
Rum Diaries.
The Rum Diaries. Can you tell me what rating it got in the Dallas Observer? No. What all has Amber Heard been in as an actress? I can't think of a movie that she's been in. You told me the Rum Diaries, and I've never seen that.
Rum Diaries.
I don't know any other movies with Amber Heard. I'm not even sure I had ever heard her name before this. I know that she's like a Marvel person now.
Right.
But
she is.
But other than that, like, what did she do before that other than Rum Diary? Like, I don't know who this person is at all.
All right. We can find out right away here. So Amber Heard is known for her roles in the film Never Back Down.
Never seen it.
Drive Angry.
Never seen it.
The Rum Diary.
Never seen it.
And playing Mara in Aquaman.
And never seen it, and never will.
I've never seen any of these either. I don't know. Maybe I've seen her in a L'Oreal commercial because she's the spokesperson for L'Oreal.
Oh, okay.
But as far as film goes, yeah, none of this really looks like anything I've seen. She was in Pineapple Express. Oh, she's the girlfriend in Pineapple Express. Yes, I know her. I know her personally.
You know her personally?
Yes. Oh, I know her. She shit in my bed.
That's the lady that shit in my bed.
That's the lady that shit in my bed. It's all starting to make sense.
That's the lady when I tossed her an iPhone. She claimed that I threw it right at her face because she couldn't catch.
So since I was talking about that voice recording, I figured that's probably the best place to start because they played the voice recording in court and they responded to it here. So let's kind of see how that goes.
It's been going on too long. Maybe you just gotta stop this. Just gotta stop it.
I don't know how to get my reputation back.
We write a letter together.
That means
Saying that we're going to take this out of the public eye. Saying that we're going to try and work this out on our own. Saying that the media has created such a fucking hateful storm that it's sickening. That we love each other. And that we want to make sure each other is okay.
So I'm from that. I'm going to say point for both of them. Maybe this is all the media's fault. Maybe we're really want to pick a side because the media is like, oh, this is all good, and actually, Amber didn't shit in the bed. The media shit in the bed.
Brian Stelter shit the bed. Wow. That
makes more sense
That makes
than anything.
the most sense.
So point Amber Heard and Johnny Depp, -1 point from Brian Stelter.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Have we had fights in the past? Have we had this or whatever? Fuck it, they already know all that shit. Don't matter. Here's the deal.
no, it matters. It makes. That you have no idea. Every ounce of my credibility has been taken from. I mean, and done so in a dishonest way. You know.
Amber, the abuse thing is we've got to deal with that. Yeah. We've got to deal with that,
I don't have
Amber.
any way of my credit is my credibility. You know what?
And why did you put that out there?
I did not. You forced me. Your team forced me to by going on the offense.
I didn't force you to.
From the very beginning. I promise.
I gotta say, this has got to be awkward. Sitting in a courtroom, listening to your partner and you like arguing in a recording, that's awkward.
Yeah.
I would never want to be in this situation.
Yeah. I would just hear it back and be like, man, I sounded dumb.
If I was ever going to go to like court like with you, I'd just kill you. I'm not going to sit through this shit.
If I'm going to court, it's for murder. Yeah, no, that would be so cringe.
Yeah.
It would be really, really cringe. Also, I just, both of their faces,
yes,
I think clearly display that they feel like this is painful to listen back to.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I have to go flip this thing over here because it's going to give a glare on the screen. 1 second here.
Oh, no.
Sorry. Kill time.
Okay.
So the Rum Diary.
So the Rum Diaries. Who wrote the diary? When did they start writing it? Is it kind of like Anne Frank's diary? Is there like somebody hiding in an attic? In an attic. Is there someone hiding inside an addict's body? No. Is this the untold story of when Anne Frank got wild up in that attic? And is that what the Rum Diary is about? I've never seen the Rum Diary. Never will see it.
The Rum Diaries is a fantastic film. It's about the story of a man who drinks rum for 30 days.
And catches the world's biggest fish.
What?
I don't know. I just felt like that's where it should go after that.
He drinks rum for 30 days, and then finally, on the 30th day, he catches the biggest fish. Now, this fish is big. All right.
I don't know. I just...
Let's
I guess
see.
in my head, the Rum Diaries made me think of The Old Man in the Sea, but I think they're completely unrelated stories.
Completely. And let me skip through this a little bit and see if we can find. I want to hear
A
her.
jar of mineral spirits thrown at my nose.
What?
I don't know. You're telling me that's not a British accent?
No, I don't think so.
You're joking.
He said, I don't want mineral spirits
Nose.
in the nose.
It was a fair fight, and see what the jury and judge think. Tell the world, Johnny. Tell them, Johnny Depp. Johnny Depp, man, I'm a victim too of domestic violence, and
Yes.
it's a fair fight. And see how many people believe or side with you.
It doesn't matter if a fair fight. My ass.
Exactly, because you're.
Mr. Depp, when did you have the conversation reflected in this recording with Ms. Heard?
I don't recall exactly when it was.
What's your best estimate?
My best estimate is that it was quite a while before the meeting in San Francisco in July. Excuse me.
Okay.
Could you ask it again? I was distracted.
How long after May 21st, 2016 do you believe that conversation
Can I do the line
All right.
again? Give me the line again.
Give me the line again.
That's what that was. Give me the line again. I can do it better.
Let's see.
Struck me on the bridge of the nose, and right there, the forehead.
And what did you say in response when Miss Heard said, tell the world, Johnny, tell them Johnny Depp, Johnny Depp, a man, I'm a victim too of domestic violence?
I said, yes, I am.
I have nothing further, Your Honor.
So you can have a seat next.
Oh, now that's pretty. That's pretty.
Cinematic.
Cinematic. Absolutely.
It's pretty cinematic.
It's almost like these are actors.
You wouldn't know it, but it feels like they're actors. Like they're reading from a script.
And that's the thing. That's what makes this really, really hard to kind of like pick a side or figure out who's correct and who's not here, or who's telling the truth and who's not, is because these are professional actors.
Well, you're dealing with an iconic actor and I guess an actress.
and a bed shitter. You're dealing with an iconic actor and a bed shitter.
Yeah. Who's been in the Rum Diaries, which is nothing like Anne Frank's diary, but it's a movie. It exists.
Now, speaking of them being actors, it's very important to remember that when you see, some of the behavior in the trial. For instance,
Well, I like that he asked for a second take at the question.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
He was like, "Do it again."
Yeah. Can I get another take?
I was distracted. Do the line again. Do the line again.
One more time, please.
Take it from the top.
Line. Now here's one of my favorites. Okay, so we're gonna start going through some videos here of the trial, some of the highlights of the funny shit here.
Okay.
So first one here, they're actors, right? So you got to pose for the camera when the camera's taking pictures. So this is a great video, or great clip here of Amber Heard noticing there's a camera on her and posing for a photograph, and see if you can spot it here. Sorry for all the background noise. That's the train going by because we're in Chicago. All right, here we go.
That was the train.
So, Michelle, can you pull up 272, please? And after you both returned to the did Mr.
Now, now, do you think this is posing for the camera or not? Do you think she really was grabbing a tissue for herself? It's the little pause and like move towards where the camera is that's so telling. That's so funny. That's incredibly
Although I will
funny.
say, I probably have stopped midway through because I got distracted and it just went like with a tissue out my nose. But definitely, like when I do it, I don't look nearly as good.
Yeah.
Like I look sloppy and gross doing it.
Oh, she was like,
She's perfectly coiffed. She knows the angles
Yes.
of her face that will give, the most emotional picture. Mine would just look stupid.
Now, here's the thing that a lot of people aren't talking about is Amber Heard's hot.
Is she?
Look, she
Looks mean.
She looks mean. Oh no, she's probably no. I'm sorry, not problem. She's crazy. She's a crazy person. You could tell. She's an insane, manipulative. I mean, she already has gone to court with her ex-boyfriend before this. Like she's got shit going on. She's crazy.
Yeah.
And it seems like she physically assaults the men that she dates. But.
Yeah.
Why do you think these guys are sticking around?
They want to stick it in that Rum Diary. That's
Yeah, exactly. They want to feel the cervix on the tip of their dick. That's dirty. I'm sorry. Why would I say that? That's so inappropriate. That's almost bullying, and I don't like it. I shouldn't bully.
No,
It's
you
bullying
shouldn't.
for women.
No,
That's
you shouldn't.
harassment.
I'm reporting you to TikTok.
All right, let's see here. Here's another great clip.
May have been drunk in that video, correct?
There's a possibility of that, yes, sir.
You poured yourself a mega pint of red wine, correct?
A mega pint.
Yeah.
I poured myself a large glass of wine. I thought it necessary.
May have been drunk in that video.
A mega pint.
Your Honor, can you get the measurements for a mega pint?
The way his eyes kind of lit up when he said mega pint, too. Of kind of like, a mega pint, you say. It sounds, I'd like myself a mega pint.
Correct?
There's a possibility of that, yes, sir.
You poured yourself a mega pint of red wine, correct?
A mega pint.
A mega pint, you say? And where could I find a mega pint? Because that sounds good.
This is the first time that wine's been measured in pints.
Mega pints. This is the first time anything's been measured in mega pints. I didn't know that was a measurement.
What's the difference between a regular pint and a mega pint?
Mega? Oh man. Well, that's just funny.
When I think of a mega pint, I just kind of imagine, in that old Amy Schumer clip where she's drinking from that giant glass of wine.
No, unlike you, I don't watch Amy Schumer. I know you love Amy Schumer.
I love the Schooms. That's what we call her in my circles.
Liking Amy Schumer should get you banned from TikTok, I think. Liking Amy Schumer should be considered harassment, I think, personally.
To everybody's sensibilities. Yeah.
Oh, my God.
No, there's like a clip of her. I don't know. You had to have seen it. It was like coming around in a gift for a while.
Yeah.
It's like
She's got
that
a
giant oversized.
yeah.
That's what I think of when they say mega pint.
It's yeah. Well, Amy Schumer's a mega woman, so she needs a mega pint. All right, let's see here.
I hope the other lawyer said, well, Amber Heard, I heard you dropped a mega deuce in this bed.
Let's start talking about mega dumps. Another fantastic clip here. Of just a very cheeky comment. You know, what I've learned about this trial is that Johnny Depp is funny. Johnny Depp can be he has a good sense of humor. This is, they're asking him if he's bigger physically than Amber. So let's play this.
You're a lot bigger than Amber, correct? Physically?
I wouldn't say that.
You agree with me?
Might not be the best audio episode if you're listening here. I'll play this one more time here.
You're a lot bigger than Amber, correct? Physically?
I wouldn't say that.
You agree with me?
And what's great about it too is like his little smirk afterwards too. Like her disappointed look, obviously.
that was a dig.
Her like
That
tight
was-
lip, just fucking. Oh, I know this. She knows that he's like shitting on her.
Well, it's also because her lawyers told her, like, you need to have a straight face.
Yep.
You can't emotionally overreact. You
Yep.
need to be calm. You
Yep.
need to remain composed.
Yep.
And she is sitting there like, I want to beat this man.
And his smile that he's so proud of himself. I love whoever put together these captions is great too because they added time for a mega pint. So that's funny as shit.
Yeah.
Let's move over to something we've talked about a whole lot so far.
So I'm gonna say, so far, 2 more points for
Johnny Depp. I'm telling you from the beginning here, I've been on Depp's. I'm thinking I'm on Depp's side. I think I'm a Johnny boy. I might be a Johnny boy, but I might just be reading too much of the Rum Diaries.
I literally just got into bed.
And there was a doo-doo in it.
Television was on, and I was reading, and I suppose Miss Heard was down in her area, taking off her makeup and changing into sleep clothes, whatever, and she entered the bedroom while I was laying on my side of the bed, reading, and she was still rattling off all the wrongs I'd done to her in that particular day, and how unreliable.
Rattling off, in this case, means yapping.
And she wouldn't shut her trap. It
She got
just
into
kept
bed and
going and going.
Rattled off all of the bitching and all of the nagging, if you will.
I am, and what a horrible person I was, and I did not engage verbally, nothing. I sat there or laid there, reading my book, and when she didn't get a jump out of me or a jolt out of me, she got out of bed, she walked around the bed, she came to my side. And again, you've got a person who is throwing multiple shots at your face, at your head, at your neck, at anything she could hit. So I got up out of bed. And I grabbed her by the shoulders, and I sat her down on the bed.
And a little doo-doo fell out.
And I said, I'm leaving. Please don't get off the bed. Please don't follow me. Please don't try and stop me. I'm leaving. And she got up off the bed.
And a little doo-doo fell
And
out.
she squared off at me in the doorway of our bedroom. And I said, what do you want to do? Hit me again? Would you like to hit me again? And I said, go ahead. Hit me. Bam. And then I just said, is that what you wanted? Would you like another? Bam. There's the second one. And I said, good, now you're done. Grabbed her by the shoulders, walked her to the bed, sat her down, and said, don't follow me. Leave me alone. I'm out.
Don't shit in this bed. Whatever you do, don't shit in the bed.
I grabbed a few things, and I got out immediately, and I went to my other house on Sweetser. As Ms. Heard she was leaving the following day for Coachella, which is Coachella is like it's a big event, a concert, many bands.
We all know.
Yeah, out in the desert. She and her friends were going to Coachella for the weekend, and that was it. That was it.
Mr. Depp, after April 21st, 2016, when was the next time that you actually saw Miss Heard in person?
I left Miss Heard, I left Penthouse 3. I left at 4:30 in the morning.
Let's skip forward here. Let's see if we can get to...
I hope he's nominated for an Oscar.
He's a great actor.
For this.
Yeah.
As absurd...
Because that monologue was...
and grotesque.
Moving.
Yeah.
From start to finish.
Well, yeah.
I felt like I was watching the Rum Diaries.
Well, not only that, but her response to her crying face of just like, she...
No, she could be cut in post. But he phenomenal.
Yeah, he's a great actor. He's a good actor. Willy Wonka, damn it.
Cruel.
So, I want to get to the doo-doo here.
And then I was shown a picture of what the problem was. I had gone to Mr. Bett and said... she's at Coachella. I think it's a good time to go downtown so that I can get some of my things, and get them out of there, especially the things that were precious to me, children things from friends, Brando, Hunter, Thompson, whatever, things that were important to me.
Just casually name drop.
Yep. All my big friends.
Think now's a good time to go. And I thought, it's the perfect time. She's not going to be home for 2 days. And then he showed me a photograph on his telephone of...
Objection, Your Honor. Also, you're saying.
It's a photograph, Your Honor.
As being relayed to him by Mr. Bett.
He says he looked at it on his phone.
I'll overrule the objection as the photograph.
What was the photograph of, Mr. Depp?
It was a photograph of the bed, our bed, and on my side of the bed.
He really knows how to build the suspense.
Yeah.
Was human fecal matter. So I understood why it wasn't a good time to go down there.
That little smile after he says
Yeah,
that.
he's proud. He's proud of his performance there.
Yeah,
he's
like, that was a good take.
Yeah, absolutely. Here's the thing is I do, after listening to those phone calls with them, I am kind of I'm kind of thinking Amber Heard definitely beats the shit out of him and seems like he might be innocent in some ways, but the way he crafts the story and has these little smirks, I don't trust him either. There's parts of he's weaving a tale.
He's getting under her skin.
Mm-hmm,
he's instigating.
Oh, and that's why he's and he sent me a picture of what was in the bed, and that's when her lawyer has to be objection.
So
I know what's coming up here. She told me, objection. This is not going to look good for my for my client here. Shit. So, yeah, that's pretty great. That's pretty fantastic.
all right, so where are we with this case now? We've gone from.
So he gave his his side of the story, his deposition. Is that what you say?
Okay, so
Oh,
his
no.
side of the story is Amber Heard is crazy. She beats me. She poops in the bed. She's a wild woman.
Yes, that's correct. And she's a lot bigger than me. And
and she's big.
Now, I've seen these clips. You know, he also, when talking about the dump that she took, called it a grumpy, which I think is funny. I think it's like a short
When
little
I
clip.
came back downstairs, she was on the phone with Io Tillett Wright, and they were making a wonderful point of just how funny it was that I thought that some human being had actually dropped a grumpy, pardon the term, onto the bed.
Like, I've never heard anybody ever call it a grumpy. I'll be right back. I gotta go take a grumpy.
No, I don't like it.
Is it because you get grumpy when you do it?
Because you grimace.
Yeah, it's because you grimace.
I
A
don't know.
grumpy.
I don't like it though.
You don't like.
This is a point away from Johnny Depp for me personally.
Call it a doo-doo, or don't call it anything at all.
Call it a doo-doo, call it a turd, call it a deuce, call it a dookie nookie. Like,
So we've heard a lot from Johnny Depp, right? We've heard a lot of his. Let's hear a little bit from Amber Heard.
yeah, we need to
and then we
hear
can
her
wrap.
side of the story.
Absolutely.
Because so far, I've heard a lot from Johnny,
Yeah.
and he's gotten some points.
I'm Team Johnny right now.
But I want to hear from her.
All right, and these are some highlights.
Slapped me across the face. And I laughed. I laughed because I didn't know what else to do. I thought, this must be a joke. This must be a joke. Because
Okay, quit with the
I didn't
horn.
know what was going on. I just stared at him,
That the
kind
horn was
of
honking
laughing
in support.
still, thinking that he was going to start laughing too to tell me it was a joke, but he didn't. He said, "You think it's so funny? You think it's funny? You think you're a funny?" And he slapped me again.
Here's the thing. Okay, I'm assuming that the
he's,
little
like, grabbing-
the asterisks are he's calling her a bitch. He's like, you think it's funny, bitch. A man who would call a doo-doo a grumpy, I don't think is calling you a bitch. I don't know. That's just my
No,
assumption.
the asterisks were for grumpy. She wouldn't even say that.
Boy.
Because he was like, pardon the term. She won't even say the term.
Can I go back to my first point here? I don't care about either of these people.
Me neither. I find them both to be kind of
Yeah.
in the wrong and also just uninteresting.
Yeah, absolutely.
Although I'll give Johnny Depp a few more points on the interesting meter just because of
Just
the smirks.
He's funny. He's very funny. He's snarky, and I like it.
And
My
I will say this
breasts-
sounds like complete acting.
Oh, her stammers and stutters are like rehearsed almost. He grabbed my breast, like, and she uses her hands to enunciate. It's very actory.
And
Whereas
the way
Johnny
that
Depp's
she's kind
at
of
least-
turning to like
Yes.
look at everybody, she's like, and now I must address the left
Make
side of the room
eye contact with you.
and the right
With
side
you.
of the room
And
and everybody together.
he grabbed me and he hit me.
He's
Your
touching
honor.
Your honor.
my thighs. He rips my underwear off. He said he was looking for his drugs, his cocaine, his coke. I was wondering how somebody who didn't do cocaine and was against it,
Wait, he ripped her underwear
That
off and
was
said he's
in and of
looking for his
itself-
cocaine. What
Where's
was
my
it?
cocaine?
So would you put it up
Where's my cocaine?
Can you put it up your
Put it in your damn snatch, lady. Put it in your snatch, you little grumpy.
Shit my cocaine out
You
on the bed.
You shit my cocaine out of that snatch, lady.
Causing problems in our relationship. Like, just shoved his fingers inside me.
I guess I should probably read some of these things that it says. So, because these are like her points. So, Heard said after Depp. Oh, wait. Whoops.
Go back.
Heard said that Depp convinced a flight attendant to take the drug commonly known as ecstasy. Heard said that after Depp, and the flight attendant took ecstasy, the flight attendant got friendly with Heard. Oh, is it a woman flight attendant?
She kind of leaned into me and kind of sat on the arm of the chair I was sitting in.
Oh, hell yes.
He grabbed her by the wrist and slammed it down on the table and told her he could break her wrist. And I remember thinking, I've heard this before.
Heard said after they landed, they got to the hotel room, Depp turned violent. Why don't they cut out what she's saying and just tell me this? Heard said Depp accused her of causing the situation with the flight attendant. What does this have to do with defamation lawsuit?
What does that have to do with anything?
Nothing.
What does this have to do with anything? The flight attendant, sounds like the flight attendant took the ecstasy willingly.
Yeah. And if you're a dude and you give a flight attendant ecstasy and then the flight attendant starts hitting on your girlfriend or wife, dude, let it happen. Let it happen, dude. What are you doing?
No, I don't really understand what this has to do with anything. Also, even if that did happen, that doesn't give you an excuse to punch him.
Hit him, yeah.
Like,
definitely.
I don't get it. I find it a weird aside.
What's funny though, and what really kind of gets to like maybe they're both just fucking psychos, is that none of their stories are the same stories. They two of them tell different stories. And so it's not like, here's my side of the same story, here's your side of the same story. It's like, no, this one time she did this. Oh, yeah? Well, this one time you did this. And it's like, all of these things happened. And it's like, they're just both shitty people.
Yep.
Like, he does a bunch of cocaine, and she likes to beat the shit out of him.
I mean, if you didn't look at his face and think to yourself, this man does cocaine,
absolutely,
then you're stupid. Obviously. That's obvious.
I didn't even, when I watched Pirates of the Caribbean, I just thought they just put a cokehead. And I just thought, I didn't know he was a pirate. I just thought that guy did coke. Oh, that's the guy who does coke.
Like the judge in those allegations should just be like, no shit.
Yep.
I mean, just
your point.
shoves me hard, and I fall back onto this glass table.
The courtroom saw this photo of Heard's bruised arm from what she said was a separate violent incident.
Literally, the bruise that I have on my knee is darker than that, and it's from my elbow leaning into my own knee.
That is a nothing bruise if I've ever seen one. Jesus.
Yeah.
Not that, like, you should be bruising women or anything like that. I'm just saying, like,
but
this
also, look,
isn't, like, she, coming right after, like, he threw me into a glass table, and it's like, here's my bruise.
I feel like if he threw you into a glass table, either that's the world's strongest glass table, because it would break and you would have cuts too, not just a bruise on your arm.
Yeah, I agree.
Like you would have cuts. There's no way the table would withstand you falling into it if it's a glass table.
Yeah. Absolutely. Now, I think this does say separate violent incident, so this would be separate from the glass table thing. But
Johnny slapped me. I walked away from him, and that made it worse. We got into like a shouting match. I remember it kind of like a little pot, not a pot, but like a vase. I got away from him enough as he reels back. I threw it in his direction, and actually managed to get away before he got me. He grabbed me by the arm, and he kind of just held me on the floor, screaming at me.
Never
You just threw a pot at him. So I throw this pot at him. He grabs me and throws me to the floor and says, and he screams at me.
Like, why would he do that?
Yeah.
Like, why would he do that? I just wanted to throw a pot at his face.
I punch the guy in the face. He starts yelling at me.
Like, why would he do that? Like, how could he do that?
Depp previously testified he never assaulted Heard and claimed that it was Heard who abused him. In that situation, in that story of hers, so it just goes back to Depp. In that story of hers, she says, I threw a pot at him. Like, she starts she completely admits to initiating the violence.
It sounds like they both are troublemakers.
Yes.
If he's, doing coke and he's getting wild and crazy.
Yes.
And he's getting rough, and then she decides to get back at him for getting out of control. I'm gonna retaliate by throwing a frickin' piece of cookware at your face.
Absolutely.
And then he, like, what does he do? Maneuvers to get the thing away from her?
Yeah,
and
grabs her and yells at her.
Squeezes her arm and yells at her?
Yells at her. Yeah.
I feel like
you threw a fucking pot at me.
that's warranted. That's he's defending himself from your freaking pot. You defended yourself from him getting too aggressive when he's doing drugs.
That pot had my cocaine in it.
You're both in this instance.
You damn bitch! That pot had my cocaine in it.
You're both doing wrong.
I had to fish it out of your snatch. I hid it in that pot because you keep putting my cocaine in your snatch.
Because look, if he did something to you, instead of going to grab the pot to throw it at him, why don't you just leave?
Yeah.
Just leave. Just go. You know what? You need to calm down. I'm going out for a walk. You cool down. Yeah. We can talk when I get back.
Yeah, I agree.
And now I know not every situation makes that easy, but it sounds like in this one, just purely based on the evidence that in the story that she's giving, it sounds like she could have just left.
I completely agree. Let's wrap this up because I have one last item and I'm gonna pee on my pants. So
okay.
And then we got a second podcast to record here.
You're gonna leave a little grumpy?
I'm gonna leave a little. Nope, I just have to pee. I'm gonna leave a happy.
Gonna make a happy.
Yeah, yeah.
Not a grumpy.
Yeah. I'm gonna leave a dopey. So now this is my favorite thing I've ever read. This came out yesterday.
Okay.
This is my favorite thing I've ever heard.
Okay.
This is why I wanted to do a podcast about a deep dive into this. Because this has been in the news. This has been something that people have been talking about since 2018 when Me Too was going on. That's 4 years ago, Lauren. That's 4 years ago.
Yeah.
This Amber Heard article came out.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
The heart of Depp's claim is that Heard ruined his acting career when she published a 2018 op-ed in the Washington Post describing herself as a public figure representing domestic abuse, a thinly veiled reference to much publicized accusations of assault she made against Depp in court filings toward the end of their short-lived marriage. But Heard hadn't pitched the idea to the Post. The ACLU had. Terrence Doherty, the organization's general counsel, testified via video deposition that after Heard promised to donate $3.5 million to the organization, the ACLU named her an ambassador on women's rights with a focus on gender-based violence. The ACLU has also spearheaded the effort to place the op-ed and served as Heard's ghostwriter. For the article. When Heard failed to pay up, Doherty said that the ACLU collected $100,000 from Johnny Depp himself. So he paid $100,000 for this article to the ACLU that got him fired. And this is great. And another $500,000 from a fund connected to Elon Musk, whom Heard dated after the divorce.
Oh.
So Elon Musk paid for a little bit of it, too. The ACLU denies that it would ever request or solicit donations in exchange for ambassadorship or op-eds. But Terrence Doherty, the organization's general counsel, testified that he did do that.
This is good. The ACLU, this is what they should be doing. They should...
So when somebody wants to look at this Johnny Depp and Amber Heard trial and they want to say this is all a media spectacle to get us talking with a political agenda. And maybe even during the Me Too era in 2018, when this article came out, people are saying, well, this is just women trying to get attention. This is a political move, against men. This is all, highly politicized topics. We can't just believe all women, and they get told, you're a conspiracy theorist, you're crazy for saying that, you hate women for saying that. And then 4 years down the line, it turns out that the ACLU paid for that article. And no, I'm sorry. Wrote the article, and she was going to pay them for writing the article.
I think, you know what? I think point to the ACLU. Because you know what?
The real winner in all of this
is the ACLU. Johnny and Amber are both guilty, but the ACLU,
yes,
they're the winners. They're the winners.
They're the real winners.
They're the winners. They're the winners. And you know what? They should be getting paid to write Me Too articles.
That's just crazy.
That's a good use of their time and resources. Is
Absolutely.
to be paid off to write Me Too articles.
It's just like, how can you take this political movement seriously when there's bad actors and, like, literally bad actor? But when there's huge organizations with political interests that and money involved. And this is the same thing with everything going on in the news right now, and everything that's been going on in the news since 9/11. Like, it's what are the political interests of the people with the most money, and how do we push those to the people? And you tell people that, and they think you're a conspiracy theorist. They think that you're some crazy right-wing person. Nope. It's pretty clear. Like, this happens all the time. Several years later, this big thing that made everyone mad turns out to be a political organization that is doing this to influence public opinion. I mean, they named Amber Heard an ambassador on women's rights with a focus on gender-based violence.
Yeah, well,
pretty hot button fucking issue in 2018 during the Me Too movement.
Yeah, well, I mean, I think they did get that right. She is a public figure representing domestic abuse. She just happens to represent the abusers.
Yes, gender-based violence.
As somebody who commits it.
Yes, absolutely, absolutely.
Here's the thing. I actually think my true takeaway from all of this is that this is all a colossal distraction.
Yes.
From all of the other things that have gone on.
Yes.
In the past week, especially stuff like there was those documents from Pfizer that were released.
Yes.
That were court ordered to be released that say some pretty damning things.
Go check them out. It's very interesting.
And this is, this is taking our attention away from that because nobody in mainstream media is really talking about that. They are talking about Amber Heard and Johnny Depp.
And it doesn't make you, and this is the one thing that I wish if we had peers that listen to this podcast, which we don't because we don't share our information about this podcast and we don't share it to them. But if we did, I wish our peers who are more left leaning could realize that it's not right wing to be skeptical. It's not right-wing Republican crazy MAGA hat wearing person to be skeptical of things that happen that act as though they're helping women or helping the cause or helping the left. It's usually if a story plays on your emotions and it makes you angry or it makes you sad, it's usually somebody's trying to manipulate you.
Yeah.
Like, I would say 99% of the time, if you go read something and it makes you upset to read, it was built that way. It was written that way.
Right.
It was created to make you upset by somebody else who does not give a shit about that, about the topic. They give a shit about profit, and they give a shit about which party takes charge in the election, which they then can profit off of.
Yeah, I think this has been largely to distract us from those other potentially more important stories. And then I think this is also to, for some people, garner certain momentum and feelings that kind of align with the backlash that the leaks from the Supreme Court on the abortion stuff on Roe v. Wade has been getting. And it's like, this is supposed to kind of, I think...
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
we haven't even... that Roe v. Wade stuff has been happening. We haven't put out a podcast during all of that stuff, really. We haven't talked much about it. I don't know if I really want to too much. There's so much people giving their opinion on it and stuff. Well, my favorite thing about the Roe v. Wade stuff is it's like, hey, you know what? We're going to put it up to states to decide on whether or not you can have an abortion. And the response is like, no, I'm going to have an abortion after the baby's born now. You did this. No, we're going to make new abortions where you can abort up to 3 years old.
My dad says you should raise it up to 18.
Well, who do you pick as our winner here? This is my limited understanding of the court system. No, listen, I'm talking. This is my limited understanding of the court system. And my own father works at a law firm and has my whole life. And I still think, oh, it's court. There's a winner. Who's the winner?
We decided the ACLU.
The ACLU got so many points that they beat out all of the previous points we gave to Johnny Depp and Amber Heard?
I think so.
Wow. I'm just going to throw this out there. I'm going to pick Johnny Depp as my winner here. Only for funny. Only for funny. He's the funniest one in the thing. The little smirks make me happy.
You know what? I changed my mind. You know who the real winner is?
Better not say Amber.
The Rum Diaries. That's the real winner. It's the Rum Diaries.
The winner is Hunter S. Thompson for writing the Rum Diaries.
For writing the Rum Diaries, which I hear is...
Beautiful story about a man who drinks rum for 30 days and catches a big fish.
And has his first period. Kind of like, Are You There, God? It's Me, Margaret. It's a very moving story.
Oh, my God. What did you learn today?
I learned that if I'm going to drink some wine, it better be served to me in a goddamn mega pint.
I want a mega pint. Wow, I learned that there's a movie called The Rum Diaries. Before we go here, I do want to say that we are Working Crass Podcast. We're trying to grow and we're trying to get bigger, so please share this episode if you enjoyed it. And we are on Instagram at Working Crass Pod. We're on TikTok with one less video than we had before at Working Crass Pod. You can get our podcast on Spotify, Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts. And go check out our Instagram. I have a link there with everything that we have. Yep. Anything that we do, I'll share a link there. Maybe at some point we'll do live shows or something, and then you can come to some of those. There's something else I was going to tell you, but forget it. Sorry we were gone for so long. We're going to do 2 episodes this week, so enjoy this one. There's another one coming soon.
Yeah, and if you don't enjoy it, we'll freaking bully you, nerds.
I'll freaking put that finger in your butt, nerd. Goodbye.
Bye.